seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh. Well, that's a good introduction, Sean. There, yeah.
Is it?
Man of the
Good
people.
evening, I said.
Huh?
What the fuck? I said good evening.
What? Hey, everybody.
These two have been
Welcome
arguing
to
like
our
this for
channel.
hours.
Welcome to our channels.
Hours.
I'm Satoshi Sean. Glad you're here. That's Lee, Irishman from KISS. And that's Ray, the Irishman from Mad Crypto. It's, I'm actually half Irish, so
Stop talking shit. Stop talking
2.5
shit.
Irish.
37,
And
37.
some Scottish, some Italian. Where
Ooh.
I don't know, or like drunk guys that can cook. Maybe I don't know. Talk about crypto. Crypto lunch break. Hey,
Ray, by the way, you need a name for your show. Sean's got the lunch break. I have like my name. You just have crypto.
I'm going to call it Crypto Happy Hour.
That's a good one, yeah. Yeah.
Crypto Happy
yeah,
Hour.
but it's been done, man.
Yeah,
Well, I'll do it. I'll
it's
do it
also
again.
only
And I'll
half
do
an
it
hour.
properly. I'll do it so well that people think I did it the first time.
Yeah,
Powerful.
probably not. You should come up with something better. Different. I don't want to disparage you.
You already did.
Disparage you.
You already did.
But you could come up with a better name.
I went to a crypto tea time. It just didn't work.
Dude, yeah, Lee's went through like 3 names. He still has it. That's why
Yeah,
he said,
isn't
I
that
have
wrong?
I have my name because he hasn't settled on one.
Yeah.
He did call it Crypto Tea Time.
Yeah, that didn't work.
I guess
I did like happy hour.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't like Tea Time either. That was a little
I don't really like the tea time one either.
No, I think that's the one episode.
I wanted to be supportive, but you know.
Sometimes being too supportive is just enabling.
Enabling is the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. So what y'all want to go over first?
Well, whoa. I think the whole shit show with crypto.com needs to be looked at.
I thought that when I asked that you would bring that up.
Yeah.
Because I am not 100% sure on what you're talking about. So could you explain that to me as a person who checked that after you told me, and I don't see anything different?
Okay. Wait a second now.
Crypto Tech Crunch from Tantan. You should go with something more technical. The Crypto Irish Analysis. That sounds cool and intellectual.
This is what I was referring to. This is what I was referring
that's
to.
on the exchange?
Yeah. So, it used to be 20% for the lock 180-day lockup. They've reduced it to 6%.
Have they reduced it mid-stake or at the end of
that's
stake?
what I'm about to, it says for the early swap, you did that with an agreement.
You did that with the agreement, yeah.
They're changing it while those are still locked?
No, I think the people that have locked are okay. But isn't that period over?
You can't early swap anymore.
No.
So it would only be the people that have
missed out.
Done it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fucking shit show, man. They're not happy. See the price?
I've just looked at the crow chart there now. Big red candles.
Yeah, it's down, and I think I have a lot more than Lee, but we have big bags.
It's just, you know what? This whole thing with them is like pissing me off. Did you see last week they reduced the referral rate from $50 to $25?
No, they didn't.
They did.
I looked at that today, and no.
Dude, the blog on the website says for future referrals.
Are you going to joke blogs again? Did you follow a
No.
link that somebody gave you? Okay.
Dude.
Hold on. I'm going to look at my because that's where all my money is. All my money is in Earn.
Yeah.
I think no. All mine is same for mid. Let me see about new.
What about you? Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a new. That's not right. Hold on. I must have hit the wrong asset to do because I had little numbers. Crow
asset.
Holy fuck, dude!
Mm-hmm.
It went from 16% to 2.
To 2, yeah. Yep. It's a fucking joke. And there's the referral thing I was telling you about. These dropped from $50 each to $25 from the 1st of November.
Dude, and there's no pop-up or anything saying what the fuck? Well,
so
what about locking your card?
What
about locking your card up for? What about that? No, I still have $50. I still have $50, dude.
So I don't know, man. It fucking seems like they made a big announcement that they 5 million users now, and then they shit on top of them the same day.
Well, all my stuff updated now, but it's still I still have 50 per referral, but the earn is shit. It's I mean, dude, I was making 16. I'm making 18% on a 3-month lock, 16% on a 1-month lock.
Mm-hmm.
I won't use the flexible 14% because that's how I lost all my money when I got hacked.
Oh yes.
So $16,000 lesson is more than enough for me. So I locked it so that no matter what, no one can get access to it. Mm-hmm. I don't trust Crypto.com app because I had lost $16,000. But if you get hacked, if it's locked, they can't get to it. So it's just locked as soon as it goes in lock. I keep my crypto balances low. Like I got 4 Ethereum there, which is the most I've ever had. That's not locked since the hack. But I just go crypto to put it on the card. Crypto, put it on the card. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Nasir.
But I want to know. Okay, here's the thing. If you're still getting 16% to lock it to get the card rate, is there a way around the earn for you to take all your crow you're staking and go up to the next level on the card? Still earn your 16%.
Apparently, that came up in the chat today, and that's fucked also.
Because you think it's just they've got enough users now where they don't have to do crazy promotions to get people in.
That's been their business model. It appears.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's exactly it. They said it today. You know
that they're big enough to not fail. So screw you.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah.
There's nothing's big enough to not fail.
No, but the thing is, something will come along that's better, and that will be the fucking end of them. You know.
Yeah. Well, there's lots. I mean, like Binance is coming out with their own card, which will be a clone and designed to destroy it. Which they that's the thing. They have not had any competition. They did. And to give them props, they did everything 100% correct.
Yeah.
They took care of everyone when they first started. They did marketing at the butt. They did everything perfectly. And now, you know, they're getting too big for their britches, it appears. But they're
5 million users is shitloads of fucking users.
They've been a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah.
And they're about to move out in the ocean and you're gonna get chomped.
They're gonna get chomped.
But it's gonna take say for just all the services they have and all the coins, and just up until recently, I've had no problem with my card. You've had some problems recently, but it's gonna take a big company to run such a big app as smoothly as Crypto.com. Like Binance will be able to do it, but
Binance
Yeah,
could-
Binance
come on,
Binance is going to be a viable
Yeah.
competitor. But there's other competitors that if they and I'm going to go over that in my in the news that I didn't look up.
Mhm.
Um,
That's bad form from the news guy.
not the news guy. Stop trying to rape me,
news lady.
okay? Yeah, and I think they are because that's another thing I'm gonna go over in the news. Also, that's on track. With COVID and everything, it seems to have been put on the back burner, but we don't know that it's put on the back burner. We just assume it was put on the back burner because that would make sense.
Yes.
But it's Chinese government, so
Mhm.
genocide doesn't make sense, but they do that too.
Lock up millions of people.
Huh?
And lock up millions of people.
Yeah, did you see that stuff with Mark Cuban?
No, what?
Piece of shit.
What?
The NBA had the lowest ratings it's like ever had. It had a third of a regular week NFL the championship.
Mhm.
I mean, it was nobody fucking watched it. And then Mark Cuban was on an interview, and the anchor said, "So, will you denounce China genocide against I forget the name of that sect of the Chinese people?
It's the Uyghur community.
Yeah.
No, I think it was with a U. I think
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Uyghur.
Uyghur starts with a U. It's pronounced
Yeah.
Uyghur though.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's weird to like just the regular racism. I mean, I've only seen stuff like they're talking to old people because they don't, realize they're on camera, and they're like, they're different. And they're not as good as us. It's like old stuff from the 50s.
Yeah.
But anyway, she asked him, and he goes, "I denounce all countries, and all countries have human rights violations, and I think human rights. So, will you say you denounce genocide?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't want to say that." She's like, "Why?" "Because you people, you use the headline, and you'll say, and then she interrupted him. We'll say that Mark Cuban is against genocide of certain people," and he's like, "Well, I don't want stuff taken out of context." She's like, "You're so scared of China that you
Yeah.
won't say you're against genocide."
Mhm.
And he's like, "Look, I think that it's good to do business with China, and the way you talk, nobody should do business with China." I was like, "What a pussy, man!" He would not come out and say, "I'm against genocide."
The thing is with that sort of thing, he's not doing business with China. He's China's whipping boy.
Yeah, well, so is everyone. The
Yeah.
WHO, the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Dude, they make special movies and they take stuff out of movies.
They do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand making a Chinese version. That's still bowing and whatever, but that's fine. That's business. But to change the movie in America and Europe to create a movie based on what they say, so that what you wanted to make doesn't exist, that's messed up.
There's a massive market though. Like the NBA makes an awful lot of money from the Chinese market.
Yeah, they made $500 million. Just did one deal, but still, man, it's so weird, and the terrible thing is we're all headed that way. All of our respective countries are moving in that direction. Just look at how you were living. Just look at everything going on with COVID. I mean, honestly, in America, it's much more shocking that we're allowing certain things. But to go to the pub and being quizzed, what the fuck?
One thing about the new well, the pubs are closed now, but the new pub situation, essentially the new pub situation where you had table service and it wasn't too busy and you weren't bumping into anyone. I loved that side of it. But keep when they do open back up, keep the table service.
I keep the table service, yeah, it's fucking great. But I don't know, there's pros and cons to it. The atmosphere is fucked.
Yeah.
There's no atmosphere. That's the thing. It's so dystopian. It's just it's freaky as fuck. And it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But it's like he doesn't even try to not be stupid.
The funny
I went to
fucking
the
part is,
restaurant.
the funny part is being in a pub, right?
And I don't put up with it.
And nobody
But
fucking
they're
interacts.
like, you just wear the mask when you come in, and then you take it off. I'm like, no, because that's dumb. They're like, well, you need to put it on. I was like, no, I'm not going to wear a mask for 30 seconds, and that'll make a huge difference. No, that's dumb, and you're dumb for doing it. You're all dumb. I'd like my waiter to have a mask on, and all the rest of you are fucking dumb.
That's the way it is here now, Phil, also.
Yeah.
You can't just go buy a drink. You have to buy food.
Do you understand the state? Okay. I was only, raised in Europe as a child, so I don't really, I don't have a full political grasp on these little freedoms. But I can't imagine anyone telling me in the United States that you can't buy, just that statement that someone's fucking, the government is involved in my dinner. It's a joke.
But even like here in the UK, America, you have the freedom of speech. Even in the UK, we don't have the freedom of speech law.
Yeah, and whenever that's brought up, it shocks me.
But I think it's the most craziest. I think, and one of the craziest examples of it in the UK was, remember, I think it might have been about 3 years ago. The guy taught his dog to do the salute. The Hitler salute, and he got charged for that.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get that. As a kid, man, I remember I used to have, and I was like, a child, and I thought that racists were good because they didn't make sense, and they would say things that don't make sense. And then you could say, that doesn't make sense. And you talk about it. So the freedom for them to say, hey, man, I think, all black people should be gone. I'm like, why? Well, because this, and this. I'm like, no, because this, and this. Well, they're not as smart as we are. Well, yeah, they are, because they've done all these certain things with less access to education. And then you could just, you could have a discussion. And without that, all those ideas are just passed on to people in private, and certain people are kept in echo chambers, and that's literally how it grows. But if there's conversation, then it's in the light, and it dies.
The freedom of speech also includes the freedom to get slapped for what you say. So
I think it's the freedom to have someone disagree with you.
Yeah.
There's consequences. Like that's where you cross the line with the, yelling fire in a crowded theater. But you have to. You have to have your consequences. Like if you say, "Hey, man, I think racism is great, and all black people should be on one small country because we don't want to have them in the rest of the world," and then I didn't know that, and now consequence, I'd be like, well, now I don't know if I'm going to be friends with you or not. Let's have a talk about this.
Yeah.
So that's a consequence, but I shouldn't just punch you in the face. That's where the whole not having a conversation. Now,
if you see in the film, in the book 1984, where everybody is too shit scared to say what they think whatsoever, that everybody keeps everything to themselves and everybody's ratting everybody out.
Yeah, and what was that dude's name we talked about him the other day? Tommy
Winston. Oh.
Lee.
What?
Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like in the beginning when he was charged with journalism and shit, like way in the beginning. That's what I learned about the UK like speak law.
Yeah, we'll get taken off YouTube for mentioning his name.
Really?
Severely restricted.
It was insane. I was like, what did this? Because in the beginning, a lot of things he said were just, they made perfect sense. They were, I know he's had like some crazy shit, but when I first he got arrested for journalism. He got arrested for being at a court hearing of some like a gang rape, that they didn't want to prosecute the people that did a gang rape.
Yeah.
Because of their religion, because they were Muslim. And he was like, "That's wrong." And they're like, "Hey, you can't say that." And I'm like, "Why can't he say that prosecuting people that did a gang rape is wrong?" And then I learned about all of it. Like, insane, man.
I think with him, it's a dangerous topic. He packages his racism up in, he puts it out there in a by the book way, but
yeah, I mean, it's much more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, that's the first thing I saw was him outside of a courthouse, because he was like a bajillion hits, and then and that's, I mean, that's kind of the dangerous thing. That dude, I watched our friend Bitcoin Ben, him and Rice were talking yesterday, and they straight up were talking about Hitler and like a lot of the positives, and I was like, whoa! But
this is the last show, everyone. The last show.
No, it not like they're like, in the end he was a bad guy, but and it's weird to look at a person that, I mean, Hitler's really the perfect example. That's so terrible, but he was a good painter. He
didn't get into art school though. Was he that good of a painter?
He didn't get.
Was he that good of a painter?
Else. I've seen two of his paintings. They were good.
I didn't know they were by him though.
Oh, because it was like a racist meme. It was look at this picture, and then you go down. It's like, you've just been enjoying a painting by Hitler. You fucking dick. Yeah. So yeah, but that's what they were talking on that point. How so much of what he did, what people do, are shaped by our like traumas in the beginning and of our lives, and so much of what he did was based on his trauma of the art school and not the art school, but he saw Jews as limiting him and attacking him, and the reason he didn't get to follow his passion and all that. So that's what kind of messed him up.
We're not leaving anybody out in this show. Everybody's getting a mention.
Might as well fucking get it all in.
Yeah, Mussolini, he was a good juggler, but no,
it's supposed to be crypto.
I'm Italian, dude. That's
really bad. Hitler couldn't get into art school, and they wouldn't let Mussolini into the circus.
Is that real? Are you fucking real? Are you serious about Mussolini? Because, dude, all I know is fucking grown up Italian, dude. You didn't fucking mention him. Like, you can mention Hitler, and he's okay, he's terrible, blah, but he talked Mussolini, you'll get hit with a wooden spoon, dude.
You hit with a wooden spoon.
Like, who's Mussolini? Whoosh! That's like Voldemort shit. And the wooden spoon was your magic wand. You'd get popped with the wooden spoon. You ask questions about Mussolini, man. Well, we have been off our topics as usual.
Just a bit.
Off topic. Jesus.
Hey, Lee, Crypto DJ wants to know if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Why? What's up?
It seems to have been circulating in our community that you were sick.
You better not be saying shit.
I'm not saying shit.
Well,
It's probably Nikki Maple.
Fuck that Nikki, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that guy likes to fucking talk, man. Jesus.
I'm good, man.
Thanks, hey guys, let's take our shirts off and talk, man.
Nikki Maple's bringing out his own channel.
Yeah, well, we're pushing him. So is his son. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over some things in the news which kind of go along with what everyone started saying, talking about boring crypto. Let's see here. Oh, Ray, what's going on in the market?
Market,
jump into that.
Right, we'll take a first look at Crow.
Might as well.
Well, I think Crow's pretty self-explanatory. It's down. You know what? Could you look at something that I would like you to look at something after this? Notice that Bitcoin's gone down pretty decent. Bitcoins went up. Bitcoins went down. Ethereum down like $20. But Bitcoin Cash for the past week seems to just be moving up and solid. So I would like you to take a look at Bitcoin Cash, the real one, not the shitty
Look at
vision.
that. I seen that a few days ago, Sean.
10%.
Like, I need to look at that.
Okay, Bitcoin Cash. It is doing very well.
Mm.
Yeah, it's and quiet. No one's really been talking about it, but every time I check it out, it is not following Bitcoin at all.
How much is it now? What price is it?
Well, look at that. It's not actually too different to Bitcoin. So, I'll just change the color of that. Can you see clearly there the
Is it better like that?
We'll put a blue line. Okay, yeah, you can see there now. That's basically an overlay of Bitcoin overlaying the Bitcoin Cash chart, and they haven't moved the exact same times, but overall on the 4-hour chart.
Yeah, they're not moving the same times. That's what's tripping me up. Yeah, back there they were. If you go back a bit, they were on par with each other, which they usually always be on par with each other.
For the most part, that sort of separation, I wouldn't see. Even Bitcoin got that leg up first to the 11,800 mark, to where Bitcoin Cash lagged a bit and has just got up recently, while Bitcoin's been just still.
I haven't been looking at the charts. I've been looking at the percentages, and the percentages are off. I think because it got the leg up first, so it's probably catching up now. So that's why the percentages are so much higher on it.
It's also easier to boost the percentage on a lower priced coin. A little bit more money can come into it and boost the percentage a lot more. That's why you see percentages go crazy with small price altcoins. A little bit of money comes into them and the percentage can go up crazy.
Today's supposed to be a big day for Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And what are your thoughts on Ethereum over the next 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So here we see that we're on the 4-hourly. So just here on the 4-hourly first, because I've just got the supports drawn in. We're operating between these two boxes here, sort of similar way Bitcoin's doing. We have closed below the 20, the red 21 moving average. We could see that come back down and touch where they're all gathering here on 365. You'd still be safe there. On the daily, you don't want to break down through 365. That's coming in where the same 55 is. Yeah, so the 55 in the 4-hour is coming in at the same area where all the moving averages are converging on the daily. So 365 is your safe point. Until then, we're just operating between pretty much the top range 390 and the very low danger range 365. So right now we're just in a range between then short-term range between 388 and 375-ish or 370. But until right now, it's just a ranging behavior. We'll back on the daily. So I think it looks quite good. It's just a consolidation at the sort of price. You're still all moving averages pointing up, but they're just converging at this point. So sort of the price is deciding what to do. Obviously, if it's going to follow Bitcoin a lot of the way still, but we've been in a consolidation for a long time here. It's on the daily chart, and we've have how many candles here now? So all those main moving averages have been bunched up for the past nearly 40 days. So same with Bitcoin, just a big range of consolidation. Top range 390, we break through there. Moon, bottom range 365, we break down through that, and we're going to the ground. Not really, but
Nasir thinks we're going to 360.
No, if you get 365 is 360, 365. That's sort of that's the bottom side of the important range.
On the FA, I think a lot of people are looking at 2.0. over the next couple weeks. I think it'll have a lot. I think that'll have a lot to do with it. This is, I think, the biggest time in Ethereum in a very long time. I think there's a lot of bullish sentiment, but I think there's a growing. Hey, Dalen, we're just talking about you.
Just talking about you, Dylan. Yeah, not good.
I think there is a growing sentiment, kind of like Cardano, where people are just kind of tired of it, tired of waiting for it. Especially because of the failure of the last testnet on 2.0. So, but I think the overall sentiment is, when it comes to the fundamental analysis, is very bullish when it comes to Ethereum. I don't know, man. I'm betting on ETH having bigger gains than Bitcoin for the rest of the year. I think Bitcoin's going to make some moves, but I don't think gains wise it's going to be as big as Ethereum's going to be. What do y'all think?
What do you think? Do you think? I'd say they'll run on a similar. I don't think they'll differ too much percentage wise.
But I think I think Ethereum could see a 25%
Jesus
jump
Christ.
by the end of the year. Bitcoin would have to go up to, well, yeah, Bitcoin.
So yeah, that 13,000 will give you another 25%.
Yeah, I was thinking it will be pretty similar. But I think 3. Yeah, man, Ethereum's went up so much. Hitting like a 400 and change Ethereum would be about the same. Well, anything you want to say, Lee?
Nope. Turn off your fucking phone.
My phone's not on.
That's me.
Fucking Ray, turn off your fucking phone.
All right. Well, let's go into some of the news.
Well, we still have to look at
Let's,
Bitcoin, man. We haven't looked at
Hey,
Bitcoin.
with Bitcoin yet, dude.
Yeah, you just looked at it before this. You don't remember?
Did I? I don't think I
Lee,
did.
tell him. You just looked at Bitcoin right before this. You went over Bitcoin. You don't remember?
He didn't.
Why don't you ever go along with me? Look
I
at
wanna
him.
see
He
what
was
Bitcoin's
doubting
doing.
himself. That would have been hilarious. Fine.
No,
Let's
it wouldn't
see
have been
what's
hilarious.
Bitcoin up to.
So Bitcoin
Let's
here
talk
on the
about the granddaddy.
4-hour chart, and I think we've got a little short-term range that is very defined over the last 20 candles, and that's obviously, if you're in anybody trading or learning to trade, if you're within a range, the most likely thing to happen when you're at the bottom of that range is get a bounce, and the most likely thing to happen when you're at the top of that range is get rejected. So when you're at the bottom or top of a range, don't always first be thinking you're going to break through. You most likely either get a bounce or get rejected. So we're down here at the bottom of the range now, and I do think we're going to get a bounce up here. I was getting a little bit, that's the 4-hourly Bybit chart. About maybe 2 hours ago, I was getting a little bit worried that we might break down a little bit on when looking at the CME chart earlier on here on the 4 CME chart. So say that area around there on the earlier on the CME 4 hours below that, and it was well below the red 21, but we're back up above that, so we're safe again. So I do think we're just, if we look back again at the 4 range on Bybit, we have the support and resistance drawn in. I think we're just still ranging between, say, 11,600-ish, very short term range, 11,600-ish, and say 11,300. And that is the daily TA done.
Nice work.
Also, this point here around 11,000, we don't want to break down through 11,000. There, TA done.
Nice. Very
Just
good.
lovely, brilliant, class.
Thank you.
Other Irish words.
Savage.
All right.
On why?
It wasn't Savage. I'll go class. All right. So there's a couple about Fidelity. And I think Fidelity's, or I think the million.
Well, who's breaking up? Is it me or Sean or Ray?
What I
Ooh, that's.
What?
Somebody's breaking
Who's
up bad.
that?
I think it's you,
What'd you
Sean.
say?
I think it's you, Sean. All them new people moving into Texas are stealing your internet.
Man, I think he's froze.
What? I'm
Yeah,
froze?
he's froze, man.
Show me your name.
I am froze.
Your mic isn't, but everything else is.
Okay, hold on.
Let me
Oh,
what's going on?
Stop downloading the porn.
hold on. My Divi wallet just
That fucking Divi
took over for some reason.
Mine did too.
That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna give me a sec. My problem is that I wake up and I come right over here and get on the stream.
Where's
I
where's
show
right
up like
over
5
here?
minutes before we
Are you
start.
talking like your bed to your desk?
Yeah. So and I wake up like just a few minutes before that, and then my point is I don't reboot my computer like I should, and that's something I need to do. So my Divi wallet, it's taken over for some reason. How's that?
This thing is better, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
well.
now I'll share my screen.
Right, you ready to go?
There we go. Good.
Yeah, I think it might be good. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, my Divi wallet started doing stuff. It was restarting the daemon. So I don't know. Maybe it was mad that we didn't do Divi TA.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
It is a demon. So why don't you go over this? I think it's really huge. For forever, there's been this fundamental thing about when it comes to institutional investing. There's a number that's always used, and the number is 1%. And everyone talks about how mutual funds and hedge funds and institutional investments talk about we should put at least 1% of our portfolio. People should have 1% of their portfolio in crypto. And Fidelity has come out now and is starting to talk bigger numbers. They're now saying 5%. 1% is a ridiculously giant amount when it comes to crypto's market cap. 5% would dwarf it. So I think that's really huge that they're moving towards that, as Fidelity is I think like the biggest or one of the biggest. Also, JPMorgan calls Square's $50 million Bitcoin investment a strong vote of confidence for cryptocurrency. JPMorgan, they've been such a loud voice against crypto scammy, because they were buying it up on the back end while trashing it on the front. It was literally just a front to manipulate the price and lower it and buy it cheaper. But it's JPMorgan Chase. They're literally the face of evil when it comes to banks. Did Did you know that they own the Titanic? Did you know they
No.
heavily insured the Titanic right before it launched?
Who's that?
Did you know that? Did you know that JPMorgan owned the Titanic? Was supposed to be on the Titanic, but there was two other people on it. JPMorgan was the richest people in the world. Two other people that were one of the richest people in the world that owned these giant banks in Europe. And everyone was going to a meeting in the United States to vote on creating the World Bank system. And these two people were against it, or against the bunch of rich people taking over and starting this World Bank system. So JPMorgan said, "Hey, let's all go over on my ship, the Titanic." And then he got off the boat right before it launched. And those two of the richest people in the world didn't get to a lifeboat and never made it off. Just an interesting little side note on the Titanic and JPMorgan and how terrible JPMorgan is.
I enjoy my conspiracies, but I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I could do a whole show on the Titanic. Did you know that the Titanic probably was not the Titanic?
Yeah, I've heard that.
You know that. Yeah, people say that you're taught for some reason, and in movies that they're fictional, that the Titanic was the biggest ship and the first of its kind. It wasn't. It has a sister ship called the Olympia that was the exact same ship that was made years and years earlier. That was actually used in World War I as a troop transport, and it was hit. And JPMorgan had to pay to get it fixed. And he said, "Okay, government, you need to pay to fix this." And the U.S. government said, "You know what? Thanks for helping out. We appreciate you, but fuck you. Our purse strings are tight." So the Olympia was never 100%. It was askew. It was always turned. So they built the Titanic, which is this brand new ship exactly like the Olympia. And then on its maiden voyage, they had the Titanic there. But people that were interviewed that saw the Titanic on the dock said that it was askew for some reason. It was just tilted a little bit. Hence, people believe it was the Olympia. It was overinsured, and then the whole thing about the bankers and all that. But then when the ship went down, of course, JP Morgan made a ton of money on the insurance, but the Olympia was always fixed after that. And it ran for, I think, 30 years. But it wasn't askew anymore. So a lot of people think that they just swapped the names out. And he sank the Olympia.
They're opening Pandora's box, Sean.
Those are just kind of the facts. But that's those facts. Anyway, digital yuan, we talked about, they might be coming out from with China. Russia is going to put out a digital ruble. They've already started talking about it like on a fast track. So a CBDC, I don't know if we're going to see one this year. I honestly think we will. I think that it's going to come out either by China or Russia.
What do you think?
The EU is going to put one out.
What do you think happens to just the current stable coins when each country basically they're basically stable coins? So what do you think happens to the current stable coins when each country brings out their own one?
Well, that's an interesting question. Here's what happened. Now, with anything in government, and the EU is the worst. I mean, every government sucks, but when it comes to bureaucracy and bullshit, EU is like mind-blowing. And the statement about what they're going to do, and also the US, is very simple. It's like 2 pages. But they hit stablecoins hard when they talk about regulation and looking into it. I think that's good. Those are going to be the direct competition to them. So I think that's what the governments are going to go after first. I think they're going to hit stablecoins. I mean, privacy coins, of course. But when they come out with their digital currency, that's when they're really going to go after these stablecoins. That would be a big blow, because if they kill Tether, Tether's really the central bank It's a terrible system. It goes against everything that crypto is supposed to be. It's all there's a lot of negativity, but it's so intertwined into every aspect of crypto that if it did go down, it would be a super huge blow to everything, unless like steps are taken to kind of get ready for that. But I think it's coming, especially when the central bank digital currencies come out. They're going to it's going to go. I'm almost positive, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No
Lee,
more
what are you
news?
doing? What?
I think your voice is gone, Lee.
Yeah.
Giveaway time. Are we good?
Giveaway time.
All right.
I did my giveaway earlier on today. Dobo messaged me, so.
Oh God.
Yeah. I can't
Right.
believe that dude answered the phone, man. That was just hilarious.
That's ballsy.
Hello.
That is ballsy. I'm giving away 250 Divi today. Number between 20 and 40. Change. Go.
Did you give Nasir his NIM?
I did.
Huh?
I did.
Good. I didn't.
Yeah, well.
I was about to, and that's when my internet started messing up. So I just shut
Right.
it all down. But I'll do that this year.
250 Divi. Let's go. Let's see what's happening. Nope. Oh, fuck. I missed a load of them here. Fuck. What happened? Must have frozen. Whoa. We have a winner. Maynard. Yep. 250 DV.
Who won?
Maynard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks like Crypto DJ.
Well, from what I can
Maynard
see, that was
first?
the first one.
Oh, yeah. No, Nasir said 27.
Maynard, first 27 my end is Maynard.
You mean Melvin?
No, I mean fucking Maynard.
It looks like UC to me. He said 27.
Well, he's too late.
Oh, Maynard. There you go. Wow, right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, I had to scroll way the hell up there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. His third one or something, fourth guess. Fucking hell.
I shall also give away 250. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna think of a Beatles song,
Welcome,
and then
dude.
I'm gonna pick a different way to give away some Divi. Hey Ray, pick a way to give away some money. Okay, I got a way. What famous rock guitarist recently passed away? Who was a genius and a very nice guy? Last week, I think.
I have no idea.
You have to know, man. I was
Heavy metal
pretty
crypto.
big
personnel.
man.
What? Phil, Eddie Van Halen.
There you go. Yeah, Phil got it.
Phil got it. You got it. Yeah, just saw Eddie Van Halen, or I saw Van Halen with Me and Alex with the Def Leppard, and it was Eddie Van Halen's mother's birthday, so he did like a tribute and played out to her. It was pretty cool, but it was good. It's weird. Me and Alex had seen a lot of shows that like I went and saw the groups when I was 12, and then they're like Def Leppard was better than when I was 12. Van Halen, I don't know. They were the same, but David Lee Roth was very. He literally sat down in a chair and sang some of the couple songs, not because it was like part of it. He was just tired, so he sat in the chair. But it was still a good concert. All right, Phil, you got 250 Divi. It's a long show.
Too fucking long. Let's go. Wrap it up.
More like the crypto lunch hour.
I'm hitting the in broadcast, so say your goodbyes, people.
Ray, you gonna say goodbye? Say
Goodbye, people. Goodbye,
See-
people.
You guys take care. It was good
See you
hanging out
tomorrow.
here. We'll see you tomorrow.